Hey everybody, Sumi here. Welcome back to another monthly update video. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope this month has been good for you. For me, this month has been pretty good, actually. It's kind of frustrating. I was doing really good about getting ahead on Kurosumi, and then things got just really busy, and I didn't have as much time. And now I'm back to how things just normally are for me, where I'm writing the day it needs to be posted, which is happening today. Hopefully, gonna fix that in the coming weeks. I can't speak English. Hello. Chapter 96 is supposed to release today, probably in a couple hours after this releases, just as soon as I get it done, pretty much. That leaves us 4 chapters and an epilogue left, which is crazy. The next update video I release will probably be the one where I celebrate it being over and I'm done with it, and that's really cool and really crazy. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's shaping up. I think the climax of this arc has been some of the most fun things to write so far. Really feel like it's in my element. It also really helps that this is part of the part of the story that I'm like the most thought has gone into it before I wrote it. A lot of other parts, not so much. Kind of just did discovery writing. Yeah, I'm very excited to write these last few chapters because there's some really cool stuff that is going to happen in them, and I'm looking forward to it. So Kurosumi's been going pretty much business as usual this last month. Alter Cycle as well has been making some pretty good progress. We've got a lot of basic form gameplay mechanics there. There's a lot of polish that needs to be done, especially with like enemy movement and bullet pattern creation and stuff. Just making better tools for us to work with is the main thing that we're needing right now. We actually had our first in-person meeting as a team yesterday. I think that went pretty well. Our music guy wasn't there. He was feeling sick, which was unfortunate. But I think otherwise it was a pretty productive meeting. We talked a lot about, where we are with the project. We talked about the scale and the scope of the project, which is pretty small. Talked about my personal goals and deadlines, which is to have a demo out by the end of the year and have the game done by May. That's my personal goal. Has been since about May of this year. I think I told myself a year. And now that I have more people, yeah, definitely seems doable. We've also talked about bringing on another artist. Kind of voiced my concerns with it because I have a lot of personal principles that I am unwavering on, like paying my artists. So adding another person to the payroll is scary to me because I'm broke and I don't know how well this game is actually going to do. But hey, I can hope that it'll go well. But yeah, I think the game is shaping up pretty nicely. We talked about our goals for this month. On the art side, we want to have the 2 playable characters and the first boss done. Have all their designs figured out, as well as maybe some of the more basic enemies that will be just in the stages. Have sprites for them. That'd be cool. And then on the programming side and the actual game development side, having a basic first stage done is our goal for this month, which should put us on track to have the demo done by end of December. So that's pretty cool. I really hope it happens. We'll keep you guys posted. As for the story, I've gotten most of the outline hashed out. I kind of know. I do know generally what's happening in the story now. I just need to work on dialogue, and there's a lot of background information that I want to give players access to through non-story means. I'll kind of talk about that once we actually get it in the game, and also, it's closer to release, I guess. because there's a lot of cool little bits of information that it's basically just gonna be like, Dark Souls item descriptions, giving you background information on all the characters in the lore of the world, because that's what I specialize in, is world building, and yeah, it's what I'm good at, I think. My personal goal for this month is to just, get dialogue done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of it done in a month, because a lot of the dialogue might need to be tweaked based on character designs and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Need to talk with my artist more, and really get the ball rolling on this stuff. And once I'm done with at least the dialogue for the first stage, I'll probably move over and start helping out with the actual creation of the stage and stuff like that. I haven't touched the programming and Unreal Engine side of the game in too long, honestly. It's been kind of weird to make progress exclusively on like the writing side, but that is unfortunately what I'm best at. So, not the best at, just my personal strongest point. But yeah, other than that, I think the project is going pretty well. We have a handful of songs already done, and yeah, we're making progress. It's really cool because it's really cool to start seeing the game kind of take shape. We've still got a very long way to go, but I'm very excited to continue working on it. I definitely think that we can get this game done in that time frame that I mentioned before May. So yeah, please look forward to more updates on that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this month. Gonna try and get Kurosumi finished up pretty quickly. If I really lock in, I could do it in a couple weeks. I'm behind by a couple weeks on the schedule I wrote. Hi, Bucket. My cat's in the room. Hi. She's probably hungry. I'll feed her in a minute. I just woke up, so. Yeah, I put up this whole schedule for me to, get 2 chapters written a week, and I'm a couple weeks behind. So, yeah, but I should be able to theoretically finish the writing side of Kurosumi halfway through the month, pretty easily. Not too bad. So that's my goal right now, with that as well. And then once that's done, I can put more attention towards Alter Cycle, and I also really want to, put some more focus and attention on my next big writing project, which will probably just be my next web novel series that I want to write, which I mentioned way earlier in the year. I don't know if anybody even remembers, but I did. It did happen, I remember. And I think it'd be cool to get that started end of the year at the latest. I have a lot of planning work that needs to be done on that. I have a lot of stuff that needs to be figured out on that before I can start really publishing anything. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Gonna try and finish Kuro up and start working on some other things. I love Kuro, but I really think I need a break from it for a while. It's been a few years since it started, and even during the 1.5-year hiatus, it was like most of what I thought about, to be completely honest. So I think taking a break will be good, and I would really like to, have a huge list of revisions I want to do already. I need to go through and reread the entire thing, and then make even more notes about revisions, because I like what I've written. I'm not gonna say I'm not proud of it, because I am. I'm very proud of what I've made and what I've written so far. But I will also acknowledge that it's not great. It's pretty rough around the edges in a lot of spots. So I definitely would like to, rewrite it, make it better, make the changes that I want to make, and just make it better. And then from there, on that much stronger foundation, I would start writing volume 2, and the rest of the series, with that stronger foundation, with that better writing, just technical writing skill that I just didn't have back then, and I feel like I'm okay right now. I don't want to say I'm like pretty good, but I think it's all right. I think it's very serviceable. But yeah, I would like to be a better writer, and I feel like writing a low stakes isekai series, which is kind of my plan right now, might be what I need to really hone my craft a little bit. Just something easy, something I don't have to think super hard about, something that it's not like my life's work type of thought process behind it, something that if it kind of sucks, I'm just gonna be like, whatever. It's just an isekai series. It's just it's just shovelware books. Nah, I obviously want to make it good, but we'll see how it turns out. Got a little while before I can really start doing that. Anyway, I gotta write all this Kurosumi. I gotta go write most of an entire chapter because I've only written, I think, one day this week, and it was for like 30 minutes. So I gotta go do that. So keep an eye out. Chapter 96 comes out today, and yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting what I do in any capacity. Even just reading Kurosumi or watching these videos if you do. Weirdo, why are you here? I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate anybody even taking a minute to look at what I make. It makes me feel really good. Makes me really happy. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you guys beginning of November. Peace out.